Hello. How is it going out there? Happy Co-working Tuesday. So we are back to our regular scheduled time of 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Today I am going to be updating my YouTube banner with these streaming hours because I changed it to when I was in Vietnam and it was different times, and I haven't updated that yet. So I will update that. That's first on my list. That won't take too long. And then I need to send out my newsletter, which I always send out, well, most Tuesdays. And today the topic is going to be, well, I originally wanted to talk about the number one question that I got on my last newsletter, where I was talking about how I had a game that was done, completely done. I had reviewed the final pre-production copy of the game. It was all good to go. And then they told me that they are probably not going to release it. And so the number one question that people had for me was, can you get the rights back? And so, yes, you should always be able to get the rights back to your game, unless you're commissioned for a game and they're literally buying the rights from you. Like if you make a game for a brand or something like that. But if you're making a game for a board game publisher, it should always be a licensing agreement. So you are licensing the game to the publisher to use the game concept. And then in your contract, there should be language about if the game doesn't sell a certain number of units, or if the game isn't published by a certain date, you will then get the rights back. There should be the terms of how you get the rights back should be in the contract. And so, yes. So the thing about this situation is that the publisher hasn't officially canceled it, like 100% canceled it. They're sort of dangling a bit of a carrot saying it's not 100% canceled. It could still possibly come out, but the chances are very, very low. So once they officially cancel it and say, okay, this is not happening, then we'll go through the process of terminating the contract and I will get the rights back. And then I could then pitch that game to other publishers. This is something that I did with my game, Hold That Face. I had it published with Hasbro. I got the rights back from Hasbro after it wasn't selling any more units. And so I got the rights back, and then I pitched it to other publishers. Yeah, so I was going to talk about that, but then I got an email from the Tabletop Game Designers Association, which all designers, I really encourage you to join. They offer a bunch of great services like reviewing contracts, helping mediate issues between designers and publishers. And they also advocate for us. And so Hasbro, speaking of Hasbro, they have a portal called Spark where anyone can submit game ideas to them through Spark. And, it seems like a great idea to make it more accessible to people to connect with Hasbro, because it is difficult to get in with them and get an actual person's email and actually get on their designer distribution lists where you get their wish lists and you get different things like that. So they created this thing called Spark where anyone can submit an idea to them through it. But it was brought to my attention a couple months ago by a viewer, by a subscriber, that they cap royalties for any games that are submitted via Spark at 1.5%, which if you're new to the industry, you might not know, but that is ridiculously, ridiculously, ridiculously low. Like, that is offensively low. And for games that are not submitted via Spark, so if you do have a contact at Hasbro, you have an email address, you know an actual person there, and they sign one of your games, you will expect the industry standard of 5%, which is also very low in my opinion. But you will get the industry standard of 5% or more. I have heard of them paying more to prominent designers. So it's just people whose games that are submitted via Spark are capped at 1.5%. And so I feel like that is very exploitative and unfair to new designers who aren't in that special club, who are new to the industry, who don't have access to Hasbro. This is like the only way they can get their idea to Hasbro, and Hasbro knows that, and so they lowball them at 1.5%. So anyway, this all was brought to my attention a couple months ago. I brought it to the attention of the Tabletop Game Designers Association, and I have been following up with them about reaching out to Hasbro about this to get comment from them and also hear from them about what they're going to do about this, if anything. And so they sent out a newsletter last Friday to the TTGGA members. And this is also something that I said to them. I said, please follow up with Hasbro and please warn TTGGA members about this very low royalty cap. There's also another very concerning thing in the fine print of the Spark portal, in that I believe they will stop paying you royalties after, I think it's 12 years, some number of years. I can't remember. I've never seen that in a contract ever. Like, that's crazy. Imagine you make Jenga or something, like a huge hit, and they're only going to pay you for a certain number of years. After that, you get nothing. That is crazy. So that's another crazy thing they have in their fine print. Hey, Dwayne, how you doing? And also Puffin, hi. Yeah, so the TTGGA did send out a warning to members, letting them know about this on Friday. So I was very happy to see that. So I'm basically going to write in my newsletter an update about the situation, that apparently Hasbro has responded to the TTGGA saying we're aware of these concerns and we're looking into it. And then just the warning that the TTGGA sent out to their members. I think that will be in my newsletter today, but I also might talk about getting the rights back to games, because that was the number one question I got after my last newsletter. But yeah, I'm already eating a bunch into our work time. I'll update this timer in a second here. Give us some more time. Okay, I just wanted to mention that update on the Hasbro situation, that my stream hours are back to normal. I'm going to update my banner. Later this afternoon, I'm meeting with my game development partner about our web game. We were going to make it a mobile game that you could download on your iPhone or your Android, but now we decided to make it just web. So we're meeting with her at 2:00, like a couple hours after this. And so that's very exciting. We're planning on soft launching the game April 15th, and then hard launch end of April. So very, very, very excited about that. Hey Dwayne, do you have a preference for the platform we co-work on, Twitch versus YouTube? No, it's whatever works for you. Yeah, it doesn't really matter to me now that I have 55 followers on Twitch. So like following me on Twitch is great if you're not already, but watching me on, well, actually, yeah, the watching on the Twitch was really helpful because I needed to have an average number of viewers on Twitch to become an affiliate, but I have reached that milestone. So no worries about that. Just whichever platform works best for you. It doesn't matter to me, but thank you for asking. Hey Ian, how you doing? Nice to see you. Okay. One other quick thing I wanted to mention is that last night I followed up with 3 publishers who had expressed interest in one of my games about getting a physical copy of it. But that was a few weeks ago, or even possibly more than a month ago with one of them. I wasn't able to make the physical prototypes in Vietnam, unfortunately. Now that I'm back in Canada, I will be able to make them. So I just followed up with them last night asking for their mailing address about where they want me to mail the physical prototype. Now we'll see if they respond, if they're, who knows. A few weeks have gone by, they might not be interested anymore, or they might just not respond, who knows. But basically I'm waiting to hear back. And so a hot tip for that, I would say, is to get the mailing address from the publisher and get confirmation that they still want the game before you actually make the game. Because who knows? They could not respond. They could not be interested anymore. Yeah. So I'm not going to go to all the trouble of making 3 pretty complicated prototypes until I get confirmation from them with mailing addresses. But fingers crossed on that one. Hopefully that works out. I play tested it solo on Tabletopia last night. And I'm stoked with how it's coming together. One major change I made was more simultaneous actions. And so there are 4 phases in the game. And so now 3 of the 4 are done simultaneously. And so that will save a lot of time. And so one of the major issues of the game has been it's dragged on a bit. The duration of the game has been too long. So I think that I was very excited about that when I saw that was the simultaneous actions was really helping. And one of the publishers actually suggested that when I play tested it with them. So that was great. Hey ball guy, how you doing? Nice to see you. So Ian is setting up 10 penny parks for a playthrough video. I've never heard of that 10 penny parks. That sounds cool. I'm getting the upcoming expansions in for playtesting today, so I figured I would do a playthrough of the base game for my solo Sunday. Is this one of your games? Very cool. Very, very cool. That sounds great. Yeah, feel free to share in the comments what you plan on getting done today. You can see my to-do list here. But yeah, feel free to share in the chat what you want to get done today. One last quick thing, and then I'll stop jibber jabbering. I just saw that my game Blob Party is just made it to the 400th spot for the party games list on BGG. So on Board Game Geek, they have different lists, and they have a party game list. And my game Blob Party just grabbed the 400th spot. So that was pretty cool to see. So if you have played Blob Party and if you enjoyed it, feel free to give it a rating and a review on BGG, and maybe we can get into the 300s. That would be pretty freaking cool. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now. Okay, it's a Thunderworks game that's been out for a while. Oh, okay, cool. I have not heard of that, but that sounds super fun. Oh, thank you. Blob Party should be much higher in party games. Thank you. I appreciate that. I agree. And if you agree and you've played it, feel free to leave a rating on BGG and we can bump it up a little bit. Yeah, the expansion, which adds glow-in-the-dark Play-Doh and 100 new words and 25 new categories, apparently will be released at the end of April. That's what I saw on one of the websites that is doing pre-orders. They said it will ship April 30th. So that's very exciting. Okay. Let me reset the timer here back up to an hour. So we're going to work for an hour. Then we're going to take a break. And then we'll work for another hour. So feel free to share in the chat what you'd like to get done for the next hour. Let me just quickly update the timer here. But while we're working, feel free to continue to chat. Type in the chat. I will respond to things as I can. Okay, hopefully that updated the timer. We'll see if it does. Yeah, great. Oh, that sounds good, ball guy. Yeah, getting some work done outside while it's not raining. That sounds really nice. Not game related, but you can make a game out of it. See how fast you can do it. Okay, I am going to continue to respond in the chat. I'm going to put some music on so everyone can focus on what they are working on, and I will see you in an hour. Best of luck to you. Sorry, I was in the zone. I completely didn't notice that time was up. I hope y'all got a bunch done the past hour. Or, enjoyed whatever you wanted to do the past hour. We're going to take a break now. And then we're going to come back and do another hour of work. Yeah. So, but yeah, definitely, we should definitely have a birthday party in May, Derek and Tony, for sure. That'd be super fun. All right, friends, let's take a quick break. Yeah, break time. Woo! Stretch, walk around, get a snack, do whatever works for you. I'm gonna put up the break time. All right, yeah, 5 minutes ish. All right, I'll see you in a second. Yes, this is DJ Pam spinning the lo-fi lo-fi beats. Okay, back from break. We're gonna put another hour up on the timer. How's everyone doing out there? I know some of you are doing your day jobs, but thanks for joining and hanging out while you're doing that. Some of you are getting ready for Unpub. I guess Unpub is this weekend. That'll be super fun. Okay, let me just update the timer. Okay, I think I'm not going to do a full hour just because I do have another meeting at 2 o'clock, so I don't want to cut it too close to that. So let's do another 45 minutes. I'm almost done with the newsletter. Well, yeah, so if I do happen to finish before the 45 minutes are up, I'm sure I'll find something else to do. Okay, wait, let me save this and publish it. Did that work? Yes. Okay, 45 minutes are up on the clock. I will be in the chat, so feel free to chat with me there. And so, yeah, I'm working on my newsletter. I'll be sending the newsletter out once I'm done. So if you want to get the newsletter, I'm talking about getting the rights back to your game from a publisher and how that works, as well as an update on Hasbro's 1.5% cap on games submitted by their Spark portal. I'll post the link to... oh boy. Okay, sorry. I thought OBS was crashing. I will share the link to the newsletter sign up if you're not signed up yet, so you can get the newsletter once it's done. I'll be sending it out in the next half hour, 45 minutes. All right, friends. Best of luck, and I'll see you on the other side. did it. Oh my goodness. Yay. So I just sent out the newsletter. Thanks to those who joined. I'm almost at 300 newsletter subscribers, so that's pretty cool. One pretty important thing that I included in the newsletter today is the Mojo pitch. So it's a pitch event that happens in the UK in London, but it also has a virtual pitch as well. And so if you're near the London, UK area, you can pitch in person, which is great. And that is happening June, let me see, I believe June 26th. But then the virtual one, which anyone in the world can sign up to, which is pretty great, is happening July 8th to 10th. So June 26th is the in-person one in London, UK, virtual July 8th to 10th. And I was just looking up to see what companies you could pitch to for at the Mojo pitch, online and virtual. So apparently all of these companies will be at both. I won't list all of them, but just ones that stand out are Asmodee, Big Potato Games, Hasbro. So if you don't want to be capped, your royalties to be capped at 1.5%, and you want to actually pitch in person with Hasbro and avoid their Spark portal, events like this are how to do that. So Hasbro apparently will participate in the Mojo pitch. So if that's a company you want to work with, definitely do that. Do not submit via their Spark portal. They cap their royalties at 1.5% through their Spark portal. They don't do that if you pitch directly to them at an event like this. Anyway, there's also Mindware, Oink Games, Ravensburger, The Op, Think Fun. Yeah, so quite a few big companies will be there. So there is a pretty significant cost to it. It's 179 pounds. So I don't know what that is to US dollars or Canadian dollars, but 179 pounds plus tax to get your virtual ticket to participate. So it's not cheap, but you will get access to quite a few large companies, which is pretty cool. So that is a big one to pay attention to. So I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that. Just got some questions in the chat that I will answer now, and then I do have to run because I have another meeting coming up, and I need to have lunch, and then I also need to prep for it a little bit. So, Andrew was asking how many games are people actively working on in a given moment. I'm trying to shelve mentally and physically game number 1 and work on game number 2, but game number 1 keeps invading thoughts. Yeah, so this really depends on each person, and also how complex the games are that you're working on. I find I can work on quite a few lighter party games, but I have one very complex game that I have been working on for the past year, and so I haven't been able to have as many games on the go. I do have one other party game that I'm working on as well, and then I did have a few other games. So I probably average 3 to 4, but if it's more complex, then it's more like 2, maybe 3. But it just depends on you, and it depends on how complex your game is. But if a game that you have shelved keeps coming up in your mind, then that tells me there might still be more there to explore. Whenever I shelve a game, I pretty much don't think about it again, unless I really feel like there was some potential there. So if a game that you have been working on keeps popping up in your thoughts, then that's maybe telling you that there might be more potential there that needs to be explored. And also you can have work on 2 games at the same time. And I do think that is good to have, at least 2 games going on at the same time, so you can take a break from one and work on the other. Once you get into more than that, I personally find it can be too much, especially when you have other projects going on in your life. But I do think having at least 2 games going on at the same time, I think is good. So you can have fresh eyes for both of them. That's what I would say about that. Thanks, Val. I appreciate that. Derek. Okay. Derek says, maybe I only want 1.5% royalties. Don't drag us all down with you. Oh, thanks, Andrew. So, oh, wow. So 179 pounds is around 230 US dollars, which is going to be significant in Canadian dollars. Yikes. That is expensive. That's 328 Canadian dollars. So that is something to think about. Is it worth the cost? Do you have a game that you have thoroughly play tested, or at least one? I mean, for this, I would like to have, if I was participating in the Mojo pitch, I would want to have at least 2 to 3 solid games to make it really worth my while, to increase my chances of something actually working out, especially if you're paying that much. Yeah, Ball Guy says, I sometimes work on one game when I'm trying to dodge less pleasant work on the other. Yeah. It is true. Okay, so Andrew says, I'm a little stumped with some of the feedback on game number 1, trying to get some clear eyes on it. Yeah, thanks for addressing the queue. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. If you want to clarify like what you're stumped on with the feedback, like if the feedback has it been generally positive or what. But actually, yeah, don't worry about responding too much because I need to go. But best of luck with that. But if you're getting positive feedback from your playtesters, and if you see potential in the game, keep going. If you're not getting positive feedback from your playtesters and you're not personally feeling that spark or seeing that spark, then don't stress about archiving and just moving on to something else. The sooner you do that, the sooner you'll get to a better game. Oh, okay. Thanks, Val. So, Mojo pitch is $179 plus tax, so 210 pounds. Right. So it's going to be even more expensive. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going. Thanks, everyone. I appreciate everyone stopping by, puffing over on Twitch. And Novocaine was over there for a second. Val, Andrew, Derek, Ball Guy. Both Andrews. Dwayne. Tony was here for a bit. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by and saying hello, Ian. I hope you have a fantastic day. And I will see you very soon. All right. Thanks, everyone. See you later. Bye.